And we are live. What's going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense here, your favorite reviewer's favorite reviewer. Today, sorry that it took so long to get you guys this review, but I was a little tired when I got off from work. I didn't feel like doing it. I came in, I took my ass to sleep, went to my second job, came home, here I am. So, without further ado, the fragrance I wore today is actually another one from my boy Coop. And this was actually number 8 on his list. And it was, what's happening? It was Hawas by Rasasi. And he put very strong for warmer weather. And I put this on today and it actually was cool this morning. And I actually thought I was gonna get to clown this fragrance because when I sprayed it on, even though he said it was strong, I like to spray on kind of heavy at times, like an extra spray or two. And when I sprayed it on earlier, I think I hit myself like one or two more times after that, like a few minutes afterwards. And I didn't get any compliments at first. Nobody said anything. So I was already at the point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna talk shit about this fragrance, say that it doesn't last long because personally, I couldn't smell it anymore. With the exception of every now and then, if I moved a certain way, I could get a whiff, a slight whiff of it. But I actually thought it was gone. And then I got a compliment. One chick, I was cleaning some carpet, and matter of fact, it was the chick that has the nice ass, the big ass, that sexy motherfucker. She said, "You smell so good," or I don't know if it's whatever you're cleaning the carpet with. I couldn't respond to it, but because I didn't know whether she actually was smelling me or the carpet extraction cleaner, because sometimes that stuff does smell okay. But I didn't really say much. I just smiled and nodded, and she went on about her business. But not too long after that, another that works in maternity, because that's where I was cleaning carpet at, she came down the hallway and she says, "You smell so good. I could smell you all the way down the hallway." And I'm thinking to myself, like, y'all could smell me, but I don't smell this shit. So apparently it was like still there. Um, I went to lunch and two more females complimented me on my fragrance, and somebody else complimented me a little later, like before I left. So I got about 4 or 5 compliments today off of it. Um, this shit really does project. Oh shit, really does project. Um, it's a damn good fragrance. The bad part is, uh, it smells like Invictus a lot, and really not a bad thing. I think for the price, uh, I'm looking at it right now for a 3.33 ounce of Hawas Eau de Parfum is $65.68, and that's just on Fragrance X. Now I know you probably could find it cheaper elsewhere, so guys, don't jump on me for not giving you other prices because you can easily do your own homework, and I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this or have found it elsewhere. I know, um, but it is what it is. This is just what I'm looking at on Fragrance X, 65.68. Um, which is probably around the same price you're going to pay for Invictus, depending on bottle size. Um, I actually saw Joy Amin do a video, and he actually compared it to Invictus Aqua, and the one he had is the vintage bottle, the frosted bottle. The one I have is the 2018 version, which is the clear bottle. Um, to me, if I compared it to the 2018 version, they don't smell nothing alike. They may have as far as the aquatic aspect, the watery aspect, um, they may be a little similar, but it smells more like the original Invictus with the super sweetness. It lasted all fucking day. You might as well say it on my shirt. On my skin, I could smell my skin, and at times it felt like it wasn't there. So I don't know whether they were smelling it off my shirt or was it still like coming off of my skin. But where it goes, I think Hawas is a damn good fragrance. I'm glad that Coop sent this to me because I was interested in it before he even sent me this. I was just stuck in my way and saying that I just didn't want to purchase it because it was so high. And the reason why the price is high is because if they're looking for the vintage bottle of Invictus Aqua, it's hard to find because it's discontinued. And the newer bottles of Invictus Aqua, um, I guess the prices are shooting up on those just because it's Invictus Aqua. Um, I don't really see the significance in it because I think Bulgaria Aquamarine smells way better than Invictus Aqua to me. Um, so it is what it is, but I don't see really the similarity in the two. Maybe Invictus, but not Invictus Aqua. Hawas was released in 2015 by Rasasi, and it says is an extraordinary cologne made up of citrusy accords. Um, it opens with sandalwood, gray amber, orange blossom, bergamot, and cinnamon. The heart is more aquatic, and that's where I say Invictus Aqua and Hawas have a similarity because it is kind of aquatic. It has violet and melon. Um, Also a mixture of ambergris, musk, cedar wood, and sandalwood. Um, Pretty damn good fragrance. I like Hawas a lot. I like the bottle presentation that they are showing here. I like that a lot. It's a colored juice. The bottle is nice. Joy said it's kind of a heavy bottle. Uh, so I do plan on getting my hands on this one. So if I can find it for a decent price, at least cheaper than 65, uh, I would purchase. But pretty damn good fragrance. If I had to give it a score from 1 to 10, I would give it an 8, maybe an 8.5. It's pretty damn good, especially with the compliment factor I got from it. I can't complain. So, what do you guys think? I know it's only three of us on, three of you guys on here. Um, Not as big a crowd as we usually have. We usually be pushing about 10 people, but you know it is what it is. The show must go on. So, if you guys have smelled Hawas, what do you think? And if you haven't, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody must be busy tonight. Not very talkative. Haven't heard. Haven't, but I've heard of it. Yeah, I've only heard of it. The only person I've really ever heard this fragrance a lot is Joy. Not too many other reviewers talk about Hawas. Every now and then somebody else might bring it up, but he's really the only person I've heard talk about it. So, the designer. It doesn't say who the designer is. It just says the fragrance line got started in Dubai. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about who's the designer at all. It just gives a backstory, a little bit of the line. The fragrance brand of Hawas is based out of the United Arab Emirates. It got its start in 1979 in Dubai, and it's a family business. That's all it says. It's not saying who's the perfumer or whatever. And this is just what I'm getting off of Fragrance X. Now, if Fragrantica may have more information or some other website if I Google it or something, but as of right now, just what I'm seeing here. And usually Fragrance X will tell you who the designer is in the description, but it doesn't here. So yeah, it's by Rasasi, but it just doesn't say who's the designer. Like that's the brand, that's the house, the name Rasasi. But it doesn't say who exactly the designer is. Who's the person who actually came up with the fragrance? Yeah, the brand is Rasasi. Hawas Cologne by Rasasi. Yeah, to me it smells nothing like Invictus Aqua. Um, just the aquatic similarity in between the two. You do get a little bit of aquatic, but it don't smell like Invictus Aqua. It smells more like the original Invictus. That sweet, syrupy, bubblegummy type smell. Uh, I don't know if you compare them together, compliment wise. I think they both get compliments because I wore this today and I got a lot of compliments. I did get one person say that it was strong, or they said it was too strong, and that might have been when I sprayed it on earlier. But she did say it smelled good. She said I had the hallway lit up. So it's a pretty damn good fragrance. I can't be mad about that at all. And you have to go easy on the trigger because it is powerful. Trust me. I think it's more powerful than Invictus, to be honest. But it smells to me a lot better, a lot smoother to me than Invictus. Invictus really screams at you like it wants attention, and you're going to give this fragrance attention. Hawas is not like that, not to my nose. found an apparently cheaper and better version of Hawas and Invictus Aqua. I think I've heard of that before. I'm not sure. But I think I've heard of that. I've seen that name before. And besides that, I did get a bit of good news today. They did say that my glass for my screen for this phone um, take like 5 to 7 business days, but it's actually already here. So it actually only took like 2 days. And the fucked up part is I spent my last little bit of change because it's $40 more for them to fix it. It was $40 to order the part, the screen. It's $40 more for them to fix it, and I don't even have the money to get my damn screen fixed yet. So I'll be out hustling tomorrow. I got a job to do on a vehicle, um, changing a pulley, and I gotta jailbreak somebody's fire stick. So that should give me the money I need to do what I got to do with my phone and get you guys some better phone quality, picture quality. Swim Master Mike, I got sea salt and fig. Thanks, bro. Anytime. Um, what do you think about it though, Swim Master Mike? Cause I love it. It smells great to me. Cody, have you smelled any Guerlain? No, I have not. I have seen a Guerlain or two at TJ Maxx here. Um, I didn't purchase it because the price was high, too high for a discount store. But I do want to try. I know I seen what is it? Idea Loam or something like that. I want to try that one. I heard that was pretty good. And the other one you said I never heard of that one. $18.81 Aqua Forte is supposed to be really good. Yeah, I've never heard of that one. I'm gonna have to look into that and see what's up. What's the other one you got at Old Navy? The only reason why I bought sea salt and fig is because another reviewer recommended it, and I went out and got it. It was only like $7 or $8, and I love it. It's nice. I only wore it probably once, but it smells great to me. It has an aquatic type vibe to it, and it has fig, and it's pretty basic. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's more to it than just sea salt and fig, but it's pretty basic. But I like it. I actually may wear it tonight after I get out the shower. Fresh air and rain. What does that smell like? Oh, excuse me, guy. Get a little tired. I'm just happy now that I got the screen for my phone. I can now switch my phone back over. I don't have to deal with this little bitty screen anymore. I got my big phone back. He's live. Yes, sir. You know what it is. I'm always live, baby. I don't do that pre-recorded crap. I like to be live and direct so you guys can reach out and touch me. It's one of them ZTE, whatever the hell that shit is. It's something, I don't know. I know this one is the ZTE, I think the ZTE Max Pro or something like that. I can't remember what the hell this other one is, but it's a little older than this. I think it's supposed to be an upgrade or a downgrade from this one. But with that Invictus dry down. So they actually told me to get the woman's version of that Dolce and Gabbana light blue. But if it smells anything like the men's version, I don't want it, because the men's version is super powdery and it gives me a headache. I don't like it. My favorite fragrance channels right now. Uh I don't know, it's dwindling right now. Like, a lot of the ones I used to watch are like into niche fragrances now and that higher end stuff, and I tend to not watch them videos. Um, Cuba Nose used to be one of them, and I don't. He still is good. Some of the content I don't really deal with, because he's starting to get into a lot of. Even though every now and then he breaks out a new cheapie or something like that, he still is now into higher end stuff. I used to be heavy into big beard business. He's starting to switch over a little bit. Um, I just recently got into Robes '08. Um, let's see. I watch Ash from Gent Sense. I like him. He's a pretty decent reviewer. Uh, who else? I watch a little bit of Mr. Smelly. He's okay. A little bit bland. Um, who else do I watch? Uh, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, but I'm not really big on him like I used to be. Street Sense, I watched him a few times. I'm not big on him either. I used to watch Jeremy Fragrance, honestly, and then all that bullshit he got going on with his fragrance and all that. I just unsubscribed from him completely. Um, who else? Um, there's a few other ones. I can't call all of these people's names right now. I know Tiff Benson. I watch her from time to time when she's not talking about high end fragrances or women's stuff. Uh, who else? Let's see. Simply Put Sense. I watch his videos. Um, there's a few other people that I watch too. Of course, Joy. I mean, but you know, he's starting to get back to his roots a little bit, because he started getting out there a little bit too. He does still talk about cheapies, but you know, I just started watching. Yeah, and nothing's wrong with I'm not saying that something wrong with them switching over and getting their noses into some different fragrances. Nothing wrong with that at all. I tend to not deal with them because I can't afford them. So why would I want to watch the videos on them high priced fragrances when I can't afford them? It's kind of stupid to me. I mean, maybe just to get an insight on some, but I don't plan on getting into niche. So that's just me. Now, if my money changes, then that's a different story. Then yeah, I can jump into niche quality fragrances and up the game a little bit. But until that happens, I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm happy with my cheapies. Every now and then I'll get something more up to date like YSL, La Nuit de L'Homme or something like that. But you know, as of right now, I'm cool with the cheapies. Stuff like this. Run you about 14, 15, 16 bucks. And it's damn good. And I don't have to spend, a year's worth of savings to buy one fucking fragrance. Like, that's stupid as hell to me. A Swim Master Mike. What is that? You asking what I just sprayed? This is One Man Show Ruby Edition. I just sprayed. Uh, I was sent this on a switch out, more like a trade. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's sweet, not overly sweet. Uh, I haven't done a review on it yet. But how many one man shows do you have? This is the only one I have. Now, if you're talking about Jacques Bogart, period, how many of his fragrances I have? I had two. I had Silver Scent Pure, in which that's sitting over there, and I had I had Pure, and I traded it. I have Silver Scent Pure. That's the one I have, and I traded Deep. Ah. Yeah. Good night. Oh, Lord. But as far as one man show, this is all I have. And this was, like I said, traded from another subscriber. We traded fragrances. So, and I tend to do that. I don't mind. What's the most underrated fragrance, in my opinion? I don't know what the most underrated fragrance is, like, out there, period. But in my collection, the most underrated. I'll have to think about that because I'm not sure. It will have to be something that a lot of people either talk about or used to talk about. And I have a few of those, so I have to go back and look. Yeah, I wanted Nico Sculpture. That's another one that I have put in my basket on Fragrance X and I took out, but I don't think I need to buy it now because I have something that already smells like it. And yes, Bora Bora is one that is very underrated. Also, Usher. A lot of people. I said some of this in the video I made last night. Um, when I showed the ones that people don't really talk about as much anymore, they don't hype. And yes, you did make me think about that one. I honestly wouldn't bother because it's more. I feel you. If I had to buy one, Usher or Bora, Bora Bora, hands down. Just for the simple nostalgia of it, like when I wore it the first time to work, everybody was complimenting me on it. Like I couldn't walk anywhere without somebody saying something about that. So hands down, Bora Bora, and it's a cheapie. I think it ran me like $15. Yeah, Bora Bora is very legit. I went to Ross and seen a cologne called Ford. Yeah, I've heard of Ford fragrances before. Uh, I just never had it in me to buy because I was afraid of it. Like I didn't want to buy it and then be stuck with some shit I didn't like. Bora or Tahitian, Tahitian hands down. Even though Bora Bora is the shit, I take Tahitian waters over Bora Bora. Jay Z Gold, good shit. Yep, it is. I like Jay Z Gold, even though I've only worn it once. You still seeing big bottle English laundry. Uh, I haven't seen any English laundries in our well, we don't have a Marshalls where I live. We just have TJ Maxx, Bells, Ross. As far as like discount stores, Marshalls is in Jacksonville or either Savannah, and the one two is the one in Jacksonville. But I haven't been there in a little while, so. But I haven't seen any bottles of English laundry in our TJ Maxx in a while. For performance is awesome. Like I'm really not big into them car fragrances, except they're pretty decent. Like that Lamborghini I almost bought the other day, even though it was cheap. Somebody told me that it wasn't worth it. Like the performance was bad on it, so I didn't even get it. And that's one reason why I don't too much deal with car company fragrances. Besides for the Ferrari, theirs are pretty good. Somebody talked about a fragrance today. It was Brooklyn Fragrance Lover and I forgot the other guy's name. They did a video and they said that the fragrance that they reviewed smelled like Lamal, but I can't remember what it was they were talking about. and I have it, but I didn't see the similarity. I have to go back and revisit that video. Yeah, I need to get Nautica Voyage because I have that N83 or whatever the hell that shit is, and I didn't know it was a difference. But I've seen the regular Nautica Voyage, and it's like 15, $20. I need to get it just to say I have it. And it has been reformulated. I don't know the performance level, but it still smells great as far as like the one I have. Five to 6 hours projection, 2 to 4 hours. Well worth it. $15 with tax. Shipped to store for free for Walmart. Yeah, I've seen it here. It was like I think like $15. It'll be like 16 and some change once you pay taxes here. So, and I might be able to find it at City Trend because they sell it also, and it's probably cheaper in City Trend. Halloween. I have Halloween Man Shot, and it is pretty good. If you really want that night code, I'll send it to you. You just have to hit me in my email, and we can exchange information if you don't already have it. And I'll send it to you since I already got Armani code anyway. You can have it. Um, if you got something to trade with me. And I'm trying to find that video I was talking about earlier. Okay, it was Carolina Herrera 212 Sexy Men is the fragrance that they was talking about. And they say it smelled like Lamal, and I'm gonna have to try that and see because I have both of those. Did you try Hummer? I was curious about it. I heard Chad said it smells like butt crack. No, it does not smell like butt crack, and I have Hummer. My mom bought that for me some Christmases back, and I actually thought that it was gonna smell like shit because I've never heard of it or seen it before, and it actually smells pretty decent to me. It's not groundbreaking or revolutionary, but it's a decent fragrance. Best basketball player ever from Alabama. Me. What the hell you mean? All right, so this is Hummer, and I actually seen one of these. I think it was in Ross the other day, and it's not a great bottle presentation because it don't really even look like a fucking Hummer. It just looks like a glass of bullshit. But it smells decent to me. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's okay. And I actually did get compliments from it when I wore it, so that has to say something. And I also got Lamal here and 212 Sexy Men or Men Sexy or whatever the hell you want to call it. And I want to do this side by side comparison because the video I saw today said that these smell similar. So we about to find out. You can turn that light off if you want to, big head. You hear me? Well, I'll be John Brown. They do smell similar. They do smell similar. Ain't that some shit? Well, I guess if you don't want to spend the coin for a high ass bottle of Lamal, you can get this for a pretty decent price. I think I found this one. It actually was on sale for $17.99, but I think it was cheaper than this, if I'm not mistaken. It might have been the other one I bought that was on sale, and I thought it was gonna be like 20 or 30 something dollars, and it ended up being like $7.99 or some shit like that. But these two do smell damn similar. Not an exact clone or copy, but they do smell similar. So a cheaper version of Lamal would be this. Yeah, they said also Cuba Gold smelled similar to it, and I have that one too. I don't even have to spray this one because it don't smell like it at all. I can smell it through the bottle. It smells more sweet than anything. These really don't smell that sweet. You get vanilla and some other shit, but they do smell kind of similar. Okay, I didn't even pay that no attention. Well, I don't have gold then. How about that? I bought a bottle of cologne maybe in 2002, and they said it was called Emotions. Uh, I don't know about that one. Let me check. Um, Called Emotions or Sex in a Bottle. I don't know about that one. I have to look that up. Emotions I have is this bullshit they sold me. Well, actually, it was free. Called Pure Emotion, and it sucks. So even if they try to give you this for free, don't take it. I think when I bought Albertash Concepts #1 and 2 other fragrances, he gave me this for free. And I see why he gave it to me for free. It smells like hot garbage. Yeah, I can believe that about gold, but I wouldn't buy it, being that I already have these two. If it smells like these two, then there's no need in me even checking on it. That's crazy how I had both of these all this time and never knew that they smelled similar. Although Lamal seems to be still projecting more off of this paper than the 212. All right, y'all. Anyways, I'm gonna get on out of here. It's getting kind of late, and my food is here, and I don't want it to get too cold. So I'll check with you guys tomorrow. Let you know if I wear anything. If not, it is what it is. I'll find something else to talk about. We can chop it up. So I'll holler. Peace.